You nice and toasty?
No, it's getting there. It's real cold in this basement, let me tell you.
Now, is it cold because of temperature or because of your heart?
Uh, my heart's actually raising the ambient temperature in the room, for the record. No, it's it's really cold in here, dude. It's really cold. Very, very cold.
Now, is it raising it because it was warmed a little bit by killing your rogue?
Oh. I was like, killing a rogue. Oh, right. That's right. Poor Joe got killed this weekend in our D&D game, our final session of hard mode D&D, and I managed to kill Fenno. But Fenno's death prevented the total party kill, so moral victory for you. Is it as cold as your heart? This is my dark reputation forever. I love it. You know what's weird? I'm on Zoom calls so often with my mask on. It's weird interacting this way. Because,
wait. You put your mask on during the Zoom call?
well, I'm in the office, so I have to wear the mask all day in the office.
Wait, why are you in a Zoom call at the office? Why can't you just Zoom from home?
Because they're in other offices, so we don't want to share space. We don't want to move it from plant to plant, so I have to be on these Zoom calls, and all of us are just wearing masks in the office.
Oh, yeah, and the beard is like matted by the end of the day.
It's just terrible.
It's got the like crease right here. Right underneath the chin. Oh,
it's right here. Yeah, like digs in right there. Yeah, that's true. Anyway.
All right. Let's kick this off right. Let's go. Again, this is the theme of this show is we will always do this show the day before all the shit actually happens. so then we have to wait a whole week to talk about it. And let me tell you, this week has been, since Wednesday last week onward, has been what? Like it's been a
nonstop roller coaster ride for Joe.
Yeah, for me. But let's be fair, it's usually for me. I'm the only one that cares.
I'm not the one that cares.
He's a tempered butter.
No, I'm your straight man. I'm the man in the room. I'm your bulletin board. You just come right off of me, bounce it off of me. Come on. So yeah, I guess Adam is demanding the first thing. Let's talk wild news. Let's
just kick it off. So on Friday, as I was streaming, as I was on with our buddy Jordan Wood, and we were watching the video game for 3.5 hours. Oh my god, 3.5 hours. That award show was absolutely bananas. Great time. If you hopped on and saw, you know the winners. We'll talk about the winners a little bit with Pedro.
I'm embarrassed. I was running a D&D game. I completely forgot I had scheduled to overlap with you.
Our co-host Jordan Wood had to leave
to
go. Even though my co-host of now said you should ask.
I should ask him.
I was like, he's sabotaging my show to pull him away.
I didn't want to make the choice for him. Maybe he would have wanted to host the show instead of playing D&D, right? He gets to make the choice, not me.
He chose both. He chose wisely.
I know he did.
Chose wisely.
He ran a great session. He was so hyped from coming off of your show.
Yeah, it was
really
hyped
our session.
Great. It was great. No, so while we were watching all of this, Disney Disney had a. So I had no idea this was happening. I follow pop culture enough and I follow this news enough, but I guess I'm not aware of the Investor Day. And almost every major corporation has an Investor Day. They talk. Apple's got one where they talk with the investors, but not like Disney. Disney apparently this year was like, you know what, investors, we've been making money left and right, and now we're going to tell you how much more billions and billions of dollars we're going to make you. And
I love how like their Investor Day is like Apple Release Day or like San Diego Comic-Con. Like Disney's like, hey, you know what? We're in this to make just money. So we're only going to make our announcements on the day to people who want to make money. So Investor Day, everyone. Let's all celebrate Disney's various properties.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share the throw it up here, and it's wild. It's wild because
It's too much, if I'm honest.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Now to be fair, to before I talk about this, just because it's announced doesn't mean it actually happens. There has been multiple movies announced and have died on the
Thankfully.
Remember when they were going to make all these board game movies? Like Hasbro made, they were going to make Battleship. They were going to make a remake of Clue. They were going to make a Sorry movie.
Did I dream that they made a Battleship movie? Right?
They did. Okay. That's why the rest of them didn't get made. They were gonna make a Connect 4 movie.
I love it. I loved it. I mean, they made an emoji movie. What can't be made into a movie now, right? So we're okay here, right? Let's make a Monopoly movie.
Yeah, they were gonna make it. That was on the docket. So let's talk about this. So we'll start off at the very top. Disney. So this is Disney Television Studios for Disney Plus. Now, to preface this is like this is technically their lower budget side. This isn't Mandalorian. This is like just like TV movies and whatnot.
Right. Like the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, right?
Yeah, so it looks like we're getting the Mighty Ducks, which is again starring Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Estevez is still around?
Yeah,
Holy cow.
Yes.
Turner Hooch with Josh Peck. Good casting. Casting.
Yeah. The Big Shot, I don't know what that is, but you know.
John Stamos? Seriously?
Yeah, he's got to get work. He's still getting work.
I mean, I guess people got to eat.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast.
I'm with you, Chris. What the hell am I watching?
What are you watching, Chris? It's not a Miko time right now, buddy.
How many times have we done Beauty and the Beast? Like 20
I don't know.
times?
How many times have we done Beauty and the Beast? Like 15?
I feel like there was like one in the 80s, one in the 90s.
Well, the 80s one was the best one.
All right. So get on to the nerd properties. No one gives a shit about Swiss Family Robinson. Come on. Like White People on an Island? No. Pass. Give me the Star Wars.
Well, but it's Disney 2020 and onward, right? So you know it's going to be like they're going to have like the one adopted kid and the...
Nope, don't care. Keep moving.
Percy Jackson, they're bringing that back, even though they made movies. They're like, nah, we now own the property. We're just going to reboot it completely. National Geographic, blah, blah, blah. A couple stuff.
Who cares about the Earth? It won't be around for much longer. Keep going.
Hulu. So here's Hulu. This is the first time I've heard Disney actually talk about the other things that they own now.
Investor Day. Hey, listen, we're going to go over this, Chris, because we've got investments in Disney. All right, this is a producer enhance.
Yeah, right.
It's our first time on the internet, everybody. It's our first time. I think Alt F4 enhances.
Oh yeah, that's. So here we go. Here's some more stuff here for FX Originals. One of the big ones, of course, we're getting Why the Last Man.
They've been talking about that for so long.
Yeah.
Nobody holds your breath for that one.
It was a Fox property.
You know what?
Now Disney bought it.
You know what the premise is for Why the Last Man, right?
Well, tell the crowd.
A disease sweeps the world that kills all the men, right? Except for one, maybe two. Do we really need a movie where a disease sweeps the world and kills people? Like, is that what we need right now?
I mean, we do need one that kills men.
Hot takes all day long. 8 minutes into the show. Also, is that Reservation Dogs and not Reservoir Dogs? Is that really... is that a play on name? Is that
I think it's like some follow-up or something. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
That's fascinating.
I don't know what they're doing.
That's fascinating.
Yep. So FX, they're making 4 additional seasons of It's Always Sunny.
I thought they were done.
No, they're just gonna. Danny DeVito's gonna be doing this from his grave
until the death of the universe. Danny DeVito's gonna be working. He's gonna be working,
and I'm okay with that. Are you? I'm okay with that.
No, it's fine. I'm like probably 3 seasons behind, but yeah, totally, I'm fine with it. It makes
so. This is an interesting one again. This is a Fox property, and Disney actually like talked about it. They're like, by the way, our first adaptation of Alien. I mean, Fox. We're talking about. Again, Disney doesn't do all good, but Fox really ruined Alien. Like the Alien property, like they just like didn't know what to do with it.
What else? I mean, how many times can you have the Predator fight the Alien before it's an uninteresting show? I'd be curious.
The fact that we had a Predator versus Alien and it wasn't interesting is already sad. Like, come on. The Stones apparently are drawn about the Rolling Stones. Shogun.
I'm with you. Special Editions over it once. We just need once. We just need once. Also, I'm gonna be honest. The property was kind of killed killed by me by the Alien video game that was so terrible it was almost unplayable. Aliens versus Marines or Colonial Marines versus
Colonial
Aliens.
Marines.
There was like it's just that has ruined the entire franchise and everything related to me. I'm sure Disney will figure out a way to revive it though, as they only know how to make money.
But then we're gonna get Alien Fortnite skins. You know.
I'm excited for all these sports shows. Super excited for all these sports shows.
Stephen
Is that really Peyton's Places? Is it just him?
Yeah.
Wow. Tom Brady
right.
versus Aliens. So I mean, that would get some subscriptions.
I would watch it, wouldn't you? I would watch it. No, sir. We don't talk about that. Oh, okay. So here we go. Lucasfilm. So Lucasfilm is technically its own division of Disney. So here we go. And this is all announced like within a night. They're like, I got out of the awards show and was like, what's everyone talking about? What? So Rogue Squadron is a big one.
Great. I'm very excited for a property we already know. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yep. Let's keep mining the same properties we already know. What's this? Rangers of the New Republic. What's this? A new series.
I want someone to quote Pedro and talking about what he wants from Star Wars, and he said he wanted new stories within the Star Wars universe. So that is Rangers of the New Republic.
There we go. Rangers of the New Republic. Interested in that. Although, that's after Star Wars, but okay. Osaka. I love Rosario Dawson. I'm excited for a little Rabbi. Rogue
Squadron is
That's a feature film. Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, and it is being directed by Patty Jenkins, which I'm excited for.
An unnamed Star Wars feature film.
Again, directed by.
It's going to be the Ewoks Christmas special.
I would if he's going to direct it.
That's what I want.
That's what I want. Give me an Ewoks movie. I mean Ewoks, and it's just like everything in like Kiwi and Aussie accents,
and one Wookiee. Like it's just a bunch
of his Fred over here. You know.
I'm thrilled. Great soundtrack. It's gonna
and then,
have.
Of course, we had some Disney Plus.
It's great. Andor's trailer looked fantastic, but again, property we already know. Star Wars: The Bad Batch. I assume it's a Little League team playing against the Empire for the World Championship. Star Wars Visions. That's the medium, right? That's just a rework of medium in the Star Wars.
So Star Wars Visions is going to be. They are giving. It's going to be kind of like the Matrix, the Animatrix. Where they're giving it to famous anime directors and they're letting them do a story, an animated show, in anime style.
All right, that'll be interesting. Let's invite some new blood, but hopefully new stories.
Yeah, new stories.
Lando. Speaking of new stories, let's have some more Lando stories. That's great. Why let us fill in his history with our imagination instead? Just tell us. So we have to subscribe to the Acolyte. Is that some sort of Jedi thing?
That's I don't know. This is an interesting one. The Acolyte. I don't know if this has anything to do with. I think wasn't that the name of the character in the Force Awakens? The Acolyte, the
in the video game, I haven't played it.
Yeah.
No, wait, in the movie?
No, the video game. Wasn't that the name of the apprentice that he was considered the Acolyte?
I don't know. It's honestly in all the Star Wars movies I've filmed, you never hear anyone use the word Acolyte, right? It's Padawan or Youngling or whatever the heck they're called, right? No one uses Acolyte, so who knows?
And a droid story, I don't know what that is, but again, you can tell some of these are just like, we're going to make a movie about a droid.
And we're going to sell some droids to kids. That's what we're going to do. And then here's where's the Yoda story? Doubleday, that's Mandalorian. That's Mandalorian. He's called Grogu, but still, that's the Yoda story. The internet says video game and Joe is right. Fair enough. Yeah, Joe's final installment in the franchise. I mean, pinky swear, Disney? Pinky swear? Pinky swear this is the final one?
I mean, it's not Lucas. And it's James Mangold, which is a pretty good director. And now the key here is Harrison Ford. What I like about Harrison Ford is he's a cynic. Like, you tell him, he's like, so we need you to play Indiana Jones. Like, I'm too old. What the fuck do you want me to do? He's just very like crass about it. So I can imagine him that he knows. I mean, the last Han, when he played him, he was like, I'm old. I don't run around anymore. So,
but is he too old to punch Nazis? No. Harrison Ford should punch some Nazis.
Yeah, if they can have a movie where they just line him up and he's just like, next. Next. What's going on, Chance?
It's jumping on. No one is too old to punch Nazis. That's right, Double Day. Or
the
or too young. Or too young.
or too young.
Any age you
or
want to
too
be to punch a Nazi, go for it.
Children of Bone and Blood. I'm not sure what this is. There's the Willow. There's the Star Wars Deus.
That is an interesting property to read. What's all right? Okay, Children of Blood and Bone. That's a new feature film based on a book. Okay, I dig it. All right. This is a lot of Star Wars. I'm enjoying it. A remake of Peter Pan because they have to refresh their copyrights on it. Right? They gotta.
So we're getting a Hocus Pocus too.
That a baby. Oh, when did I get so old that everything I saw as a young person?
Starring Zac Efron.
All right, look at this. Children of Blood and Bone is amazing. All right,
okay, well there we go. I didn't even know that was coming out, and now I'll get to look at it because Disney said so. You know.
But like, let's be fair. Apparently, Disney owns everything, right? So there's no way we could not watch all of this stuff.
This coffee,
right?
Disney.
Disney. Yep. No, my Wegmans drinks Disney.
Disney. Sister Act.
Good. Whoopi Goldberg. Okay.
Alongside with Tyler Perry.
So okay. All right. Yeah. No. We all. Who's even going to get Sister Act? Right. Like, doesn't that require people to know what nuns are? Like, do people? Is that even a cultural touchstone for us to even be talking about anymore? Like,
the only nuns most people look at is they go to Pornhub and they're like, ooh, nuns, like, ooh, kinky.
Doubleday pulling out the regular show joke here. My mom.
My mom.
Well done.
I don't know.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yes. So this one was one of those surprise ones that I saw that like the next day, and this is.
I really like him. Yeah, no, it's excellent casting.
Excellent casting. Just like I can't wait. John Mulaney, and Andy. Oh,
Andy Samberg. It's great. It should be good.
Should be good.
It's excellent. I'm with you, Chance. I'm with you, Chance. That is fantastic casting. That's spot on.
Pinocchio again. We're getting. So here's the interesting part: is it's directed by Robert Zemeckis, starring Tom Hanks. This might be.
Well, he's like Geppetto, right? He's not going to be.
Right, he's Geppetto. But the last time Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks did it, they made Polar Express, which is a horrifying movie.
That train goes right to the freaking uncanny valley. Like that is like it's like an entire film.
Yeah, it was a movie right at the beginning of like the CG thing, and then they spent a lot of money on it, so they really overprocessed. But like they couldn't get human facial right, so it's just creepy looking. I've never liked it, and I guess this is redemption. We get to have.
Let's hope so. You think it's going to be animated? I assume it was going to be live action, but
it'll be live action / CG /
Here's something wild: Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks are going straight to Disney Plus. Right? This isn't. They're just skipping right over to theater. This isn't even.
What I'm saying. Like we've talked about it last week, with HBO Max and just all these movies, and Disney Plus is like, yo, we're throwing millions of dollars. We're throwing motion picture money at shows for Disney Plus.
Yep. We're putting all those movie theaters out of business.
I mean,
let's go.
Netflix even has put out a couple of like actual high budget movies. Yeah. Like, so this is
certainly have. Can we even call this a lineup? This is like total domination. This is like
Dream Journal.
This is everything they have on the table to say, what you got? Do you got anything? Are you making a movie? Aren't you a movie theater? What about you? What are you doing? This is total domination of our entertainment options.
Yeah. This Peter Pan and Wendy one, it's starring Jude Law as Captain Hook.
I mean, Jude Law doesn't turn down any role where he gets to be the bad guy. So
no, he doesn't. I'm okay with that. Again, you don't have
to. Jude Law, a bad guy. I'm good. Yes, Amy Adams, very nice, very nice. Good casting all around.
Safety. This one's already coming out soon. I mean, it'll be out this week. Actually.
All right, Doubleday, you got me with that one. Please, you got me with that one. You've been throwing them in chat the whole time. I've been ignoring them, but you got me with this one.
Again, they're a Night at the Museum, an animated movie. Since they
Diary of a Wimpy Kid, sure. Okay.
These are properties that belong to Fox, and now they're bringing them back, and they're like, we're going to do them our way now.
Yeah. So I didn't see. I don't see X-Men or Fantastic Four on this list.
Fantastic Four is in the Marvel section. We haven't even gotten to Marvel
yet. I'm exhausted, honestly. I can't imagine having enough time to watch all of this TV.
Prequel, The Little Mermaid live action adaptation
of their own film. This is.
So this one's coming out this year. This is the Raya and the Last Dragon. That looks fun. And then Encanto.
Encanto, sure.
Great.
Okay.
I'm excited for that one. It's
brand new score. He's brilliant.
Yep. I'm okay with this. And then we're getting a Baymax movie. Zootopia Plus. I don't know. I don't know. These are Disney.
Probably
Plus.
a TV series.
Yeah, TV series. Moana, the series, etc. This is now Pixar. We're now going to the Pixar section.
Jesus Christ.
God, just turning red. This looked great. This is a big giant red panda.
I thought that was like going commie. Honestly,
I mean, underlying tones.
It's like turning red. What is this? Are we going commie now? Is that what we're doing?
So Lightyear. I thought this was interesting because
tells the story of the hero that inspired the toy.
Right. So Chris Evans is doing the voice to this.
Which Chris is that? Which Chris is that?
Captain America, Chris.
Okay, Chris. All right, thanks.
Yeah. Chris, not Chris.
I saw that Chris Pine was going to be cast in D&D, and I was like, which Chris is that? Which Chris? Chris Pine?
That's Wonder Woman, Chris. That's
Wonder Woman.
That's Captain Kirk.
It took me like a couple minutes to remember which Chris it was.
I was in a thread talking to someone on Twitter about this, and they were like, "Oh God, they kicked out Tim Allen as the voice." I'm like, Tim Allen was the toy version, but at the same time, Tim Allen kind of doubled down and was like, "Oh, you don't wanna," because they canceled his ABC show, and then the show was taken to Fox because he's too conservative. And so they were like, "Oh,
it's not because he's too conservative. It's because he's a jackass." Like, let's be honest. Disney is conservative. It's a very conservative company with a history of conservative and racist actions.
Yes.
So
I mean, they're trying to do better, but
as long as they make money.
Yes.
Right. I don't have a problem with that. So it's because he was an asshole, and that's what they. Oh, it's because of conservative. No, it's because you're an a-hole. Like,
you're an a-hole, and you really
because you're an a-hole.
We don't want to bring you on if you've got bad press on you.
Yeah, which is wild because I feel like I spent a lot of time watching Tool Time, right? That was like a sitcom we watched, right?
Yeah, we didn't. Again, unnamed.
Luke out picks up unnamed card series.
So now here we go, Marvel. So the first one, which I didn't even know until I saw this list, was Secret Invasion. I didn't even realize that.
Is that what they're calling this new arc, or is this like an actual show?
It'll probably be a show, like more of a spy-based Nick Fury show. So
okay, all right.
We're gonna get Secret Invasion,
not Shield, but Secret Invasion.
So not Shield. Ironheart, which is gonna be
Ironheart. That's the female Iron Man, right?
It's a little girl inventor. She kind of takes the place for Tony. At least in the comic books, that's what happens.
She's pretty awesome.
She's pretty awesome. The Armor Wars, which again, it's starring Don Cheadle as War Machine. So
Don Cheadle's just gonna play this. This is amazing to me,
dude. He's like. Disney
well, like
money.
In the past, I feel like you had the awesome movie and then they did the TV show and it was a different person, and you're like, that's not Don Cheadle, that's someone else, right? And it just winds up being the same. It's amazing.
Disney's like they're like, you make $20 million a flick. Well, here's 6 episodes.
Yeah, come on down. You're gonna be working for us forever.
Working for us forever. Yep. WandaVerse, which comes out in January.
Look good, look fun.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which again
look fun. Great. Loki, not interested in. What if?
Also great. Loki. That trailer looked. I'm all for Loki.
I don't need any more villains turned into heroes. Miss Marvel, great comic book. Very excited. Hawkeye. All right, let's do that. She-Hulk, great.
Hawkeye is his daughter.
Oh, okay.
It's him getting older, and she takes the mantle of Hawkeye.
Okay, all right. Good, makes Black Widow's sacrifice, spoilers, everybody, worthwhile, right? Because the kids come back.
Yeah, right. The kids. Moon Knight, which I'm excited for. You know, anytime you get
Moon Knight, I know.
Marvel Batman gets to come in.
I'll give you a chance. Moon Knight, like, heck yeah, bring that on.
You get a little Marvel Batman with a little psychosis, which is already telling that Batman is already psychosis. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, I shit you not. That is... That's a good idea. That's a total play on the Star Wars Holiday Special.
No. Yeah, of course it is. Yes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I mean, they're like on the nose of the fact that
the weird thing is that they own Star Wars. Yes. Right? So it's not like they're not.
I mean, to be fair, Moon Knight can be a better character than Batman. He's definitely got more story and depth to him, as opposed to My Parents Are Dead. So
come on, yeah, My Parents Are Dead. Yes, and I am Groot. Speaking of, what is that going to be, like shorts?
It'll just be Vin Diesel saying "I'm Groot"
over and over again. That's going to be great. Can't wait. Yeah, made $1 billion. That's what's going to happen.
And here are the Marvel Studio movies that are coming out. So these are the movies. That was all Disney Plus. This is the actual movies, and we've got Black Widow, which again is now being pushed to May.
So they're dropping another Thor movie, huh? I thought they're like the trilogy was done.
Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, this is where Jane becomes Thor.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah, she's coming back for the role, by the way.
So that she's going to get her own trilogy, and this is the transition
It
trilogy
might be. I mean, he's getting expensive. You know,
to
who
move
knows?
that Chris to a different job.
Yeah.
I get it.
Black Panther 2, Blade, currently in development. Oh yeah, of course, Doctor Strange. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I mean, I think CGI, and then they're going to transition it to his sister, right?
Yeah, I think, and that happened in the comic, which everyone's like, oh god, I don't want his sister. I'm like, that happened in the comic. Like, if you've already got like something written that it's happened, then the fans are more likely to accept it.
Yeah. Also, like, chill. There we go. Shuri, that's the name. Thank you, Specialization. I knew one of you out there would know this.
Yeah, Shuri.
Shuri is.
Yeah, and Lady Sif will be back for the new Thor. That's exactly right.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I feel like we've waited a long time for the third movie in that trilogy. So what's this arc, right? So we have Thanos. What is this arc going to be? Is there any hints?
I don't know. They haven't really given us much of that because we've only had one movie since then. We had a Spider-Man.
Yeah, which was more of an epilogue.
Yeah, which more of an epilogue. Right? So we don't know what's happening. But I think, and again, this is just my thought process is, you can see that they're setting up younger heroes. Yep. Newer heroes and heroes taking up the mantle. So we've got Winter Soldier and Falcon basically filling the role of Captain America. You've got Miss Marvel, a young character coming in. You've got a young Spider-Man running around. I see all of that happening as these young characters having to deal with a bigger problem, like maybe what the world is like after racism. All this shit.
Yeah, they're gonna fight racism.
Well, they fight racism. They got to fight all of this. What the world is left like after the Thanos nonsense. Picking up the pieces from the boomers.
There's an app for them to be heroes, and they get like pennies on the dollar for every time they save somebody, right? Is that a
dude? You make a Heroes for Hire show, and I'm there day one.
I would watch a Heroes for Hire.
Watch the crap out of that. So yeah,
I feel like they're doing Adam Warlock Starlight finally. Plus, I heard Fantastic Four is in development, which is
interesting because they showed the picture, but it's not on this list. But yes, they have the Fantastic Four is the first major Fox Marvel character that's come over. Maybe that'll be the basis. They haven't talked about it much because they're keeping it hush. But I can imagine.
No, Hero for Hire is not The Boys. I see a bunch of, isn't that The Boys? No. All of you saying this, you're wrong. It's a whole different concept, a whole different show. Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it wants to be, but it's not there.
It wants to be, but it's not.
Not there. And don't get me wrong. I think
doesn't the boys hate superheroes? Isn't the whole concept of it is that we hate their Garth Ennis?
Funny because the boys is a DC property, which is hilarious.
It's a Garth Ennis property, right? It's because he hates superheroes and he's hated him since Preacher, right? He just does not like superheroes, and that's his shtick, which is fine. I dig it. It's a nice postmodern take on superheroes.
Well, he's just taking up the mantle for Alan Moore.
Oh, be nice. Be nice to crazy Mr. Moore. Come on. Come on.
So yeah, that was Investor Day. Again, all of that entire crazy ass dream journal, wet dream of a freaking announcement happened all on Friday afternoon. It was like 4:00 in the afternoon and the tweets started coming in.
Yeah.
And the messages, I was like, that's like bold. I mean, it's bold. Like you said, it's literally just like, this is entertainment.
Yeah.
Bottled.
Yep.
And ready to go.
And we've got all of this. What is there another studio? Are there other people making things? Because we got all this.
We got all this.
No space for you. No space.
This
Sorry.
is a BDE.
I wonder though how Netflix is going to respond. So Doubleday, yes, it's very cold. Much colder in my basement than I thought. And I was telling Joe before the show, I forgot to turn on the heat, so I am cold.
Yeah, that would be Central New York for those who
Central New York.
Forget where he's at. He's in Central.
We got like a 1/4 inch of snow out there on the ground, so it's already snow and icy. Very nice.
Yeah. No, this is nuts. I'm excited for all this. I would love to see all of this happen. A lot of these will probably get canceled or get because of how the world is in the moment and unprecedented times. Gotta make sure. In unprecedented times.
Okay, there we go.
You never know what will get canceled, what will get moved, what will get dropped, what will get written out.
Wait. We got a glasses moment. By the way, Joe, The Boys isn't DC. It's Dynamite. It was formerly on Wildstorm.
It was formerly on Wildstorm. Right. Again, you're correct.
Yeah, he is technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. So well done, Chance.
Well, actually, it used to be Wildstorm, which was purchased by DC, a subsidiary of Dynamite, which is now.
Well done, sir. Well
Love
done.
it. That was the perfect comic book moment there.
Yes.
Well, actually,
appreciate it. Thank you, Chance. Keeping us all honest.
you New York. I don't know. Facebook user. That's a new one.
No,
You New York.
That's all of the state of Texas saying "Ew, New York." Right?
I don't. Maybe. So yes, that was Disney.
You're right.
And,
we need something for that. We need a well. Actually, you're right. Definitely.
We do. I need a.
I'll
get a graphic up eventually. So I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about some of the winners and whatnot. A lot of us saw the show. We're 30 minutes into this show, and Pedro and I got into. I wouldn't say heated, but we agreed by the end of the discussion where we were going.
Because we realized we weren't actually fighting.
We weren't fighting because it's stupid to fight. We don't fight. We don't Green Knight companies.
All right, come on, go ahead. Tell them.
So Cyberpunk. I mean, the game.
Oh my God,
right here
with the hard copy, the actual. Oh, Jesus.
Hard copy and soft copy.
How un-Cyberpunk is it to actually own a hard disk of Cyberpunk? I just want to make that clear.
Well, I mean, but isn't Cyberpunk kind of like old new, like kind of like retro-y new? Like, so like having a disc, a CD is kind of like Cyberpunkish.
Nope. Stadia update. It's apparently the best way to play it.
It's the best way to fucking play the game.
So.
How
Gil and I will be
is that?
eating crow at 4:00 in the morning. Tune in on Twitch as we are going to be eating crow.
I ordered mine Cajun style. I'm just putting that out there.
Mine's raw. That's how I eat my crow.
Is it still like flapping as you're like trying to shove it down?
Feathers are on it and everything. That's how you got it.
Yes. No. Except Stadia took to Gmail. No. Look. Cyberpunk, I want to preface the rant and the conversation we're going to have right now by saying that this game should not have come out in the state that it's in right now. That said, the conversation that has happened online...
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I just want to put Kendall right up there because,
yes.
Well, a Pergamene friend of the show just said, it's actually best on a high-end PC, of course, right? PC, everything. Second best on the Series X Stadia, and then PS5 tied for third.
Yeah,
right?
the PS5, Xbox Series. Actually, Xbox Series X has now taken over the PS5 with the newest.
But it's actually easier to get a Stadia than anything else, so Stadia is probably the best,
well,
right?
You don't have to do
you
anything.
Have to have an
apparently.
X or a 5. Yeah, right. You can just call up Google and they'll send it to you.
Right here.
He's just farming my 3080.
So I want to talk about that. This is just me trying to I want to clear the set the stage here. This game has been in development for 8 years.
Yep.
Okay. You know what else came out 8 years ago?
Grand Theft Auto 5. No, wait, I think that might have been 10 years ago.
That was 10 years ago. 8 years ago, we had Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Oh, yeah.
That was the beginning of last gen, which is when the beginning of this entire production was happening. So their thought process was 4 years from now, 3 years from now, when we release this game, it'll be midway life cycle of these new consoles.
It'll be good enough for the updated versions of those consoles, yeah?
Right. Well, at that time, the idea of updated consoles was not even we hadn't thought about that. Like we didn't know we didn't know, like we didn't, because we never got a 360 Pro. We didn't get a PS3 Pro. A console that would have really needed an update.
We got a mid-range PlayStation 1 update. We got a mid-range PlayStation 2 update.
We got slim versions, but the slim versions weren't faster or better.
Yeah, that's fair.
So what they did is they made them cheaper, right? They slim them down to create production more to drop that price point.
The kind of thing I like to do.
Yeah. So you get the slim version because it's the cheaper version, but it's also the better hardware. Like it runs cooler, the fans are quieter, but it doesn't run anything better. So the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox One X were the first mid-tier like upgrades, which caused fragmentation within that particular ecosystem, that generation. That meant that games could run better on certain hardware, but you still had to aim for that bottom rung.
Yep.
So
just like the PC era, right?
Kinda, yeah, kind of like the PC, where it's like here are minimum requirements. Anything above that, we can just like move the sliders up.
Move the sliders up, and you're good.
But it's got to be able to run on this base hardware.
Yep.
That didn't happen. It looks like they were so caught up in the bells and whistles and graphics and the PC and the money being thrown at them by Microsoft threw money at them for the marketing deal with the console and the controller. Nvidia threw money at them because they're like, hey, add all the RTX bells and whistles so that it can play on ray
These
tracing.
These folks are killing me. They're asking if it's playing on all these systems. The answer is no, 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 no. Like, everybody, please.
No. No. So
it doesn't play on your PlayStation 4 or barely plays.
It barely plays. So here's the thing. Now this game came out. All right.
Yep.
After 4 major delays.
Yep.
All right. This game was supposed to be out early spring. It was pushed. It was pushed to summer. Then it was supposed to come out summer, and it was pushed to October. And then October came around, and it was put or November. Then it was November 10th, and then November 10th was pushed to December, a whole month. That's 4 major dates. The dates were pushed because the developers kept telling the higher-ups, hey, this game isn't ready.
That's the story
That's the story we're being told by developers all over, not just developers at CD Projekt Red. All developers, including friends of developers, are going, this game engine was not ready for prime time. It needed more time in the oven.
It took longer. I get it.
That said, this engine was ambitious, the game was ambitious, and it also came out at the infinitely weird time of right at the end of the generation that they were supposed to be aiming for. The new gen of console came out, and it just became, this new gen is no different than like the mid-tiers.
I'm sorry. You know who did a great job of that? Rockstar. Grand Theft Auto 5 did the same exact release schedule. Right at the end of the previous generation.
Right, and then a year later they came out with Grand Theft Auto 5.
A year after that they came out a new version, and I think there's a Switch version now, right? So they have it all.
No,
I'm kidding.
Switch. No Switch. Let's not aim that high yet, although we could probably play it at this point.
Yeah. So long development cycle. Everyone talks about 8 years in development. Let's be honest, they were not developing it for 8 years, right? This isn't 8 years of polish they're putting out here. This is 8 years of them working on this beast.
This is too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
This is someone coming in, hey, let's add this, or hey, let's add this, or hey, this new game came out with this type of mechanic. Can you add this type of mechanic into the game?
Yeah, no, totally. And let's add another storyline. Instead of it being one storyline, there's like 5 stories. Yeah, it's it should draw a lot of comparisons to Star Citizen. Specialization is overrated, right? It's like Star Citizen, which if anybody here backed it, let me know if it's out, because I don't think it has. And then
so yes and no. Here's the problem now with this is this is a game that was, remember folks, this game right here, this game is Xbox One.
Yep.
The box for the PlayStation 1 is PlayStation 4. These are not the current gen copies. These are previous gen copies being brute forced to run on the current gen now. And I'm saying current gen as in Series X, Series S, PS5.
I get it, Joe. I can't feel bad for
I don't feel bad. Again, these games run better on new hardware that just came out today when it's not advertised for that.
Yeah.
They're not even optimized for that, which is bad code writing.
And they knew it, and they lied about it.
They lied about
it. Well,
the CEO lied about it. What he did is
by omission, if you want to call it.
He lied. In August, CEO of CD Projekt Red was asked in an interview, so how are the previous gen, or how are the low base gen consoles running it? And he said they're running great. He is quoted as saying they are
when because I bet they were.
August.
Yeah, I bet in August they were running great.
You think so?
No. No. But like probably the last version he saw was January's, right? Because when you're that high up, it runs okay on my 1X, really, because that's one of the ones that it says it runs really well on, right?
So the 1X, it runs
okay. The 1X. I get all these names confused.
Right. Again, so here's the bottom line. The bottom line is this is now it's getting tons of hate, right? People are asking for refunds,
you're getting the normal death threats. Please stop that, gamers.
Stop that.
Just stop sending death threats.
We have to talk about this.
Yeah.
We have to make the division of developers versus marketing and higher-ups. This is perfect example of marketing higher-ups telling them, this is the date that this game has to come out. We need to make this money. The money is already on the table. We have pushed this game too far.
Where's the capitalism? Where's the capitalism thing?
Yeah.
Let's put the capitalism on. Come on.
We need to make the money. The game is out there. We need to push it out. New consoles are launching. Holiday season's coming. Make it happen now. The developers are like, it's not ready, it's not ready, it's not ready, it's not ready, it's not ready. Push it back, push it back, push it back. This final push, it looks like it almost cost him his job, like the head developer. That push from November to December, I mean, it was like brutal. And
because they said they weren't going to crunch, and then they crunched, and blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
Right. So here, this is
here. Okay, so wait. I mean, you've worked in development, right? Have you worked in development? Right. I mean, not just games. It doesn't have to be games. Development in general. I haven't worked in development in general. But, like, honestly, management always says that. And developers, no matter what you're making, a soft drink, a food product, a computer, a shirt, developers are always going to say it's not ready.
Right.
Right? That's what you always say, because it's always never ready, but you got to push it out
the door. Again, the topic of the show, we have had this conversation multiple times on this show. Games are never ready.
They're not cooked.
No game in the past 3 generations, including this one, since the Xbox 360 days, has come out of the gate printed on that disc with actual game.
Amen, Dan.
With
project management is so important.
Yep. Yeah, with actual Gold Master code. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. The code on that disc for the past 3 generations has been shit.
Yep.
It's just getting the CD key out there just so that they can push a 60 gig patch on day one.
Also, it's like when you cook a burger, you don't cook it all the way because you know it's going to cook on the way out there, right? At a restaurant, they want it like medium rare. You make sure to kick it a little under. So that's what it is. It's you know it's going to cook on the way because you've got 3 months before it's fully printed.
Well, I mean, right. So that's no different. All software does this, right? You can only beta test a piece of software or develop something and give it to your testers in these closed conditions. It's not until it gets out into the open in those weird conditions. My computer is running this and this and this and this and this, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, we didn't test for that shit. Yeah. Hold on, let's patch it for you. And that's what's happening. We're getting multiple patches. The problem is I can't see, like, I can't comprehend how they're going to get Cyberpunk to work and look okay on base level generation from
Bingo Bango. I mean, I think Pergamine's responding to something else, but I think Bingo Bango is where we're at. I also think I don't think they're going to bother. Why would you offer refunds if you're planning on fixing it?
So
I would just be like, hey, get your refund before December 24th, and it's now abandonware. Sorry, we're not going to develop it anymore. Wait, what? This is like breaking.
So I was waiting for you to bring up the refunds.
This just is.
So it's not. So here's one of those things where they, that big old yellow background with black text that they wrote saying, if you're looking for a refund or whatever, reach out to us.
Mm-hmm.
The assumption that they had talked to Microsoft and Sony and all of that. They had done the talk. They had been like, hey guys, our game is kind of broken. Would you mind going ahead and like making any exceptions to your refund policy just so that you can get these refunds done with digital purchases? That ain't happening.
I imagine this like Microsoft dude with like the accountant's hat on with the green visor being like, no, we've already put the money in the bank. Like, no, we're not doing this.
So one has to understand, Microsoft and Sony have refund policies for every product that is released digitally on their storefront, said SVP of Business Development. Despite several articles I've seen that things are being set up just for us, actually not true. These policies are in place and have always been in place. They're not offered specialty for us. AKA, that talk about him, you just get a refund. No, that's only if you haven't played for more than 2 hours on the Sony, or if certain conditions. Like Sony will look at it and go, "You've played this game for more than 2 hours." Sorry.
Is this CD Projekt Red's first time on the internet? Do they not know this feeds the hate machine? Like this is bone.
This is, remember,
for the hate machine.
We're talking about a company that has gotten nothing but goodwill for the past who knows how many years. The Witcher 3 in general is so loved and so revered.
So here's what we've learned: that it is much harder to gain goodwill than to lose it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. It's no different than what is it? Do infinite good things, but as soon as you do one bad thing, everything we remember is a bad thing.
EA will forever be the worst game company, no matter what they do. Right. So
I want to reemphasize though that, and as I was telling Pedro, he was like, "Are you just trying to justify your purchase?" I'm like, I am not one of the people that is having a problem with this game.
No.
I am, and I have to say this. I have to preface this is I am blessed enough that I own the new consoles. I own a computer that can play this. So I'm not seeing a problem here. Yes, it is chugging on my machine. But then again, I'm kind of excited that there's a game that finally gets to push my hardware. That said, I feel bad for anybody that only owns a base PS4, only owns a base, the VCR Xbox One. Your old Xbox One, not an S, not an X, your old one before you just updated it to the Series S, would have played it awful.
No, I'm afraid that my Series S is going to play it awful.
No, the Series S is right up there with the Series X. It just runs it at a lower res.
Here's the final take from me, right? This is it right here. I mean, yes. I don't know what GOG stands for. I don't know what the kids say that means, but they've been coasting on being anti-DRM pro-consumer buzzwords for a long time while treating their workers like crap, mismanaging an eager development cycle because gamers don't care about those things. Yeah. Yep. Also, I just think they're just not good people, right? They've tacked themselves on to sort of the are they transphobic? I don't know. They don't know what they're talking about.
I don't think they are. As a matter of fact,
I think they're being trolls to market, which I think is bad, right? I mean, we have a president now leaving office that marketed through trolling. And I think that's what CD Projekt Red did as well, right? They incited people up. They got their fans to defend them, and that created marketing buzz.
Yes, right. So Witcher 3 was a buggy mess, and Digital Foundry has been great. They've been kind of reminding everybody, like, hey, by the way, the grass was a mess. It was missing. It wouldn't animate properly. But it got better, and it got better, and now it runs smooth. So I think CD Projekt Red has the talent to fix this. This is one of those scenarios where it's the perfect storm. It's COVID. Everyone wants to just play their games. It's the launch of new systems. It is a game that came out with no other major competition. And I have to reemphasize that. Watch Dogs Legions just came out. And no one cares.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Part 17 just came out.
It's Valhalla. It's got Vikings.
Yeah. No one cares.
There isn't as much buzz about it. It's more of the same.
Yeah, it's more as Cyberpunk was a new setting.
It is doing well. That's the thing. Games are going to do well, right? They don't not do well.
Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't do well, but I'm just saying, in general, Cyberpunk was a whole new setting, new music style, new gameplay, new aesthetic. It was just what people wanted now. They didn't want more Vikings. They didn't want more Assassin's Creed. They wanted CD Projekt Red's take on the Cyberpunk genre.
And you've played it. You say you're enjoying it. How are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. It's a beast. It's a beast of a game. I have to emphasize that. I'm gonna state my specs on my computer here. I have an i9 9900K overclocked to 5 gigahertz. I've got 32 gigs of memory, and I've got a 2080 NVIDIA RTX 2080. I can barely crack a flat 30 frames running it on max. I have to lower things. And if you're a PC gamer, you can bitch all you want, but that gets PC gamers excited. And the only reason for that is because for the first time in many years, PC gamers haven't had a game to push that expensive hardware that they've been purchasing.
Oh no! Maybe they shouldn't have purchased that expensive hardware.
Well, I mean, they buy the latest and greatest. But there's never a game or a game engine that pushes it. And
just crank up Doom and Civilization 6.
No, but Doom and Civ, they're meh, 100, of your frames a second or whatever.
So this is one of the things, Chris, this is, people wanted Skyrim in the Cyberpunk setting. Yes, obviously, that's exactly what they wanted. I was actually talking to Joe about this when we were arguing about this, and I was like, we came around to being in a... Joe doesn't play games like this. So Cyberpunk 2077, he doesn't
often. And the reason for that is the same conversation we have on the show all the time. Is
too big.
We don't have the time. It's what ends up happening every time I pick up a game like this is I play it for 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm deep in the story, and then a week goes by. Work, kids, another game.
No idea where to go.
And then I come back to the game, and it's that exact, I don't remember this place.
Yeah.
I don't remember the mechanics. I have to. What's my loadout? Wait, I have 14 skill points I haven't seen.
Was I crafting something? Do I have enough iron bars? What's happening?
All of that happens every fucking time. So these games kind of annoy me because they're not a game that you can put down. You either consume it.
Yep.
Or you don't. And one of the other parts of the conversation that Pedro and I had was there were people already complaining about endgame stuff. I'm like, this game just came out.
Dude, people play that way though.
I know.
People play that way.
People
right?
can play the way they want.
People play that way, and
it's wild to me that we've got these games that are 60, 70-hour games minimum, not including all the side hustle of the game. And
I don't think that's true though, is it?
What?
This Cyberpunk game is it 60 hours to go to the main story?
It's 25 hours, give or take, of the main story. But
that's 3 days.
Right. But from what I'm reading, sidewise, is doing certain stories. There's one reviewer that's got 9+ endings just by changing up some of the things he's done. So that's impressive, because that means that running through the main story gets you like the worst ending, obviously. And then doing all these like creating relationships with certain characters, making alliances, changing things, killing certain characters, choices and conversations you make change things along the way. That's fun. That's cool. I mean, as a Mass Effect player, you know what that does. You can go rampant. You can go.
I've played Mass Effect 3 times just to get one Renegade, one Paragon, and then one my character. Right? Which one would be a Renegade again?
Where is my commitment? I got kids.
Also, Doubleday, we do need the will actually, for the record. I know it's just over 1 day. Come on. I meant like 8 hours a day, 3 days, right? 8 hours a day working. You're working a day, just sleeping on.
According to Doubleday, he's married, so he's got 25 hours to play games.
I'm not looking to get Doubleday in trouble, but you suck, dude. You suck.
That's right. I know. Those are rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. Got to get those numbers up. Now, I wish. So it kind of infuriates me as well to see like people hating on this game so much about, the end game is terrible. I'm like, how are you there? The developers are barely getting those day one, like, here's this, kind of like, if this is a normal game cycle, right? If this
to be fair, though, maybe the main story is the only part that works and everything else is buggy. Right?
No, but that's the problem. It's not, right? Like,
I'm kidding,
I know.
Come on.
Like, as you walk through the game, there are parts where, a character might not trigger, or a conversation won't load, or you can't get through a door because it won't let you. So you're having to do that, like, let me reload the checkpoint real quick.
Can I talk about how much I hate that shit?
I know.
I don't have time for all that stuff. I just want to play the game.
The nice part is, at least these new game systems, like the Series S, Series X, PlayStation 5, it's like a 2-second,
Yeah, it's really fast.
So
it's true.
Maybe that's what they meant about next gen gaming. Everything's broken, so you just got to keep reloading.
Oh, boo. Basically, we're back to the 90s of gaming, right? Where you're like, my game crashed, gotta restart. Hopefully I had that quick save in place. Do you remember quick save being like a game changer for everybody, right?
Yeah, Brian, you're right. The full ending takes like a ton of side stuff. And
garbage. I hate it. Side stuff is side stuff. Main stuff is main stuff.
Chris, yes. So what's interesting about that is there was a leak copy of the PS4 that got shipped early to people. That was the only console version that went out early. No reviewer got a copy of the console. All reviewers got the piece. So this is where the shadiness happened, where we knew that they knew that they knew is kind of the best way to put it.
We knew that they knew.
We knew that they knew that the game was shit on base consoles, and they didn't want reviewers to get their hands on it until after the game, because all the
Why do we get mad at them for doing it though? Doesn't everyone do this? Doesn't everyone do this?
No, not this bad.
They put not with review freezes, and they don't give movie copies. Come on, this is like industry standards.
So what's nice about this is going to set a whole new boundary to reviewers. Companies are going to be like, we're not reviewing your game until we get, a version of each, or at least a console and a PC version next time around.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's gonna be
It's because every reviewer out there, right? So like all these big companies like IGN and GameSpot and all these people were doing reviews on the PC version, and every time I'd watch one of their reviews, they're like, I'm playing this on my 3090 i9 1099. I'm like, dude, you're playing this on a $4,000 PC. Like, of course you're not running into problems, and you're running into like
$4,000
like a $4,000 PC.
This game is great when you're an optimum gamer like I am, right? And yes, you're right, Pergamene. There's a difference between an embargo and disallowing publications from using their own footage for the review.
They didn't, and thank you, Pergamene. You said that they didn't allow them to record their own, even PC recording, because they didn't want to show any of the bugs.
So, question, and again, I'm not part of this industry. How do you just not? How do you say we're not going to allow you to do it? I mean, it's journalism, right? So they do it. Why wouldn't they just do it? What's the danger here of cracking a story like that wide open?
Embargoes, right? Like the way, I mean
Embargoes, I get, right? You want the game company to come back to you, right? I get that.
So that's
but being told you can't use your own footage, that feels like you're crossing a line here.
They
right?
wrote it in the embargo. So like, if you break the embargo,
I don't know, why would you? I guess you want to agree to that because it's the big So the danger is being blacklisted, right? But isn't there like there's like a real marketing risk in that? The danger is that company gets blacklisted by journalists, right? Everyone was just like, well, we won't review you then.
But you and I both know that the journalists are all about getting the story first. So if no one does it, the first one to cross that picket line.
Again, which is why I'm surprised no one was like, well, fuck you and your embargo. Your game is crap, and I'm telling everybody. Like, it's so weird to me that there isn't also the sort of.
So here's the thing: some people did do that,
and we just shouted them down.
We shouted them down. There was the immediate like, you suck, you're hating on the most popular thing. Threats, Twitter wars. I mean, people having to close Twitter accounts. It happened to a few journalists out there.
Sure.
And
this is good. Gamers rise up and seize the memes of game production. Adam, well done, sir. Well done. So,
they had a Met article too. I mean, they were like, and then of course, if you go read the comments from day one on that, everyone's like, oh, this is Kotaku. Kotaku's trash. They're liberal. They're this and that. They're whatever. And I'm like, well, I don't even understand what that even means anymore.
It's good honesty in game journalism, whatever, dude. Be gone.
Yeah.
Never read the comments. Yes, you're right.
Our
show's like 90% comments though, so we gotta read them out a lot. There are fines involved. Probably if you write a really good embargo, right? Definitely. Probably. Why would you sign it? That's the part where I'm just like, sometimes I'm always confused when people sign embargoes like that, restricting your very creative measure. Yeah.
I don't know.
You agree to it. It's just all industry press and access stuff was have implications for traffic and stuff. But like in the age of clickbait articles, it seems more clickbaity to me to have, hey, here's the embargo CG Project Red made of.
I mean, we could talk about Gawker, iPhone 4, the leak, the finding in the bar, the purchasing it from the
iPhone
bar.
4? What are we talking about? Ancient history?
It's ancient history, but it's literally. I mean, was it
even around anymore?
So here's a funny story about that. You're talking about it like. It is a deep cut, but it came back into the news recently. Tim Cook quashed a movie that was early production for the Gawker network. They were talking about making a movie about Gawker, and Apple, Tim Cook, didn't allow the production to be made.
So, I believe many a monopolistic titan in history has done that to crush bad reports about their behaviors. So here we are once again living the 1919s, right? This is the world we live in. Exactly the same as 100 years ago. Exactly the same as 100 years back. Gawker exclusively on Apple Plus.
Yeah, how hilarious is that? So, I mean, again, and I bring that up because if you don't remember what happened there, Gawker bought an iPhone off of somebody that found it at a bar. They bought stolen goods.
Right. I remember this.
And when they took they had like a big protective case on it. When they took it apart, it was the iPhone 4. It was months before it had come out. Took pictures of it, took it apart, did all of this.
I remember,
Apple, they were like, this is the new iPhone, and they were waiting for Apple to come and claim it because they're like, come and claim it. Claim it. That way we know that it's yours. We know that it's an iPhone, which was really scummy.
No, it's not scummy. It's journalism. We found this thing, and we want to.
They didn't find it. They what they did do is they bought it. That's the problem.
The scumbag is the one who sold it.
Right.
So we live in a capitalist society. Tim Cook, the capitalist premier.
This was Steve Jobs, but yes.
Also a capitalist premier.
I'm just saying, like, so...
We need the actually fucking thing. We need that right now.
So what I'm saying is what happened here is that after that happened, Gawker was blacklisted from, like...
And then they lost the Hulk Hogan and it was all over for Gawker, right?
Set example. They lost everything. Money was lost. They weren't allowed to cover it. They weren't sent any press samples of anything. They weren't invited to any of Apple's reindeer games. It was a mess, which cost them a lot of views in the long run.
Stolen goods. Who's worse, the buyer or the seller? I mean, I think this is. I know it when I see it. Right. It depends obviously on what's happening here, right?
That's totally New York Pedro talking.
Of course it is.
You're like, oh, I don't know if it fell off the
If
truck
it's stolen
or not.
for a major corporation that won't really be impacted by it, then who fucking cares, right? Right? Come on, comrades, join us.
Love it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. A little more complicated. Everything's more complicated. Come on. I never claimed to be a good guy, for the record. Never claimed it. I don't know if folks are writing that about me or they think that I'm not a good guy. I'm not a good guy.
Remember, he's the bad cop in this this group.
Bad cop.
That guy's the bad cop. I play the good cop.
You're like a jelly bean cop.
Totally.
You're not even a good cop.
What kind of trouble you get into?
Let this guy go.
Those cuffs hurting you? Hold on. Can you take these guys' cuffs off? They're chafing.
And yet he's in the dad basement. I am. It really is. It's been taking over.
He's got the dad basement, and I've got the freaking hacker cave over here. Like,
yeah, no, it's true. It's true. There's no stopping us.
Ain't no cop.
Nope, never. Nope. Daddy, why do you hate the cops? Is a question I've gotten from my daughter once. So there we are. What's a basement? Texas.
Yeah. Well, that happened later. You're holding it. Remember, you're holding that phone wrong, Dan. You're holding it wrong. I was working for the company.
For the record, specialization overrated. It is the greatest IKEA table ever with the fold down. I don't know if you can find it.
I envy those tables.
It's so spectacular for gaming on. The whole D&D group can sit on it, and I can fold it and clean around.
Fold it, and it becomes this thin.
This thin. It's got drawers on both sides for all my stuff. I love it.
The same drawers, right? They come in and out. You can pull them out from either side.
They come all the way in and out.
Those are great.
Best.
Those are great. I forgot.
We bought one, and then I went back and bought one the same day. Like that's how. And I was in the city, so I had to carry that IKEA table on the bus and bring it home. It's like 200 pounds. It was ridiculous. Totally worth it for gaming on.
Oh my god, I can't even comprehend that New York City lifestyle where you're like, I'm gonna go to IKEA and buy a piece of furniture, but then you're like, I don't have a way to get it home, so you're gonna like take it on the bus.
Yeah, take it on the bus or in a cab where the guy's like, no, and I'm like, come on, just put it in the trunk. Let's go. We're doing this. And then he's like, I'm the one who has to carry it up 4 flights of stairs, which is what I did.
Is that what are the fake cabs called in New York? The limos,
livery cabs.
The livery cabs. That's where a livery cab will be like, "Yo, I got you."
$10 more. Where you going, Brooklyn? I'm down. Let's do it. Is that it? The Pivot? Is that
Pivot?
That sounds right. That sounds like an IKEA table to me.
No, Pivot. No, it's the what is it? The Friends reference. The couch getting it up the stairs.
Pivot. Oh, Pivot! I got it now. I got it. Yep.
Yeah. The Pivot, though. That's probably that would be the name.
I thought it was a joke about what the table was called.
I mean, it does go up and down.
I'm like, yeah, that works.
That works. That's
the name of it.
Oh man, yeah. So. All said and done, I want to emphasize again. I want to kind of put a button on this. Cyberpunk, it is a good game. It's gonna get better. Just cool it on the life-threatening.
Dude, let's be good to each other. This is a creation. This is something a lot of people.
I'm gonna put on my good hat right now. Pedro's gonna mock me, but these are developers that spent hours and hours and hours away from their family, away from their friends, doing crunch time to try to get a game out. They knew it wasn't ready. They don't deserve the hate. They don't deserve the mob mentality that gamers TM have nowadays, where they just go and review bomb. I can guarantee you 90% of the people, 80%, how about that? 80% of the people going to write a bad review are just doing it to follow the popularity wave. Let's see what number how low we can make that number. Oh, it's getting lower than Anthem, guys. It's going to be the worst review.
Is it lower than Anthem?
It's getting there, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose.
That is terrible.
Yeah, terrible. So that's what don't do that. Don't perpetrate. What's the word I'm looking at? Don't participate in
in that garbage. Yeah, that hate machine.
That hate machine. Like,
it's not good for you. right? And it's not good for the community, right?
It's not good for the community.
Perpetuate. Thank you.
Perpetuate. Thank you.
This guy, he's coming in with the word drops, complimenting him, MVP of the show, especially
MVP of the show. No, seriously, like go find a developer. Do your good deed for the day. Go find one of the developers from CD Projekt Red. Send him a message and say, "Hey, we appreciate it. You're doing a good job. Keep working." Because guess what, guys? They were originally, the story goes, again, this is leak and media and all that. Originally, they weren't going to get a bonus unless they made a certain amount on Metacritic. They had to pass that back. They had to pass that back before it got bombed. And the CEOs were like, no, they're all getting a bonus because they crunched and all this. So they're getting the bonus. But now they're going to have to keep crunching till past February.
Yeah, of course. Because they've got to turn this ship around.
Right.
And then probably they're going to have to crunch some more to release some free DLC to buy back all that goodwill they lost.
All the good DLC and all that. And
then in 2 years, it's going to be a fantastic Game of the Year edition.
Yes, Game of the Year.
Everyone's going to be like, CD Projekt Red, we love you.
We love you. We talked about this, the No Man's Sky. Hated. Panned,
a lot of
memed.
Over-delivered, over-promised, under-delivered.
Now it's an amazing game. People love it. People that play it love it. The game that we made fun of a year and a half ago, Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 has come around as well. Yep. No Man's Sky is amazing.
It's getting a whole single-player kind of campaign thing going on. It's getting good stuff. It's free if you have it.
Yep.
So, like, Bethesda's... I mean, obviously, we have to talk about this in the sense that these games are no longer little independent games. These are giant machines of mass entertainment that take a lot to make, and they have to get that game out there. And then they have to slap the wheels on it NASCAR style. That's what we're getting. That's the type of entertainment we're getting nowadays.
Yeah,
I don't agree with it, but I can't imagine these companies releasing games any other way. Like, not anymore.
I mean, smaller games that have more polish is what I would like, right? Indie games do it all the time. Smaller games with polish. Here's the problem: no matter how good this game might end up being, once it's all ironed out, it won't have been worth what CDPR put their people through. So. Pergamene, I'm just going to extend that. Capitalism is not worth what we put all our people through at this point.
But we do it anyway.
Well, we do it anyway. Our iPhones, our computers, our cameras, all of these things create just a ridiculous amount of sadness and misery in the world. And then there's Arc 2. Can we go out on Vin Diesel in Arc 2? Can we go out on that one? That was the highlight of my...
If you weren't watching live... While we were watching when that trailer dropped, Jordan Wood and I, Pergamene and I were watching this reveal live, and we were just like, "What is this?" My favorite was was it Fast and the Furious?
Yeah, Fast
and the Furious, and then Dwayne The Rock Diesel, I think, was another one.
Oh my gosh.
It's just so good.
Fast and the Furious is really good.
Fast and the Furious was my favorite.
Oh, you mean Fast and the Furious?
Oh my god.
I had no idea Arc 2 or Arc was popular enough to warrant a sequel.
Neither did I.
I mean, you don't have to reach a high popularity to get Vin Diesel, but I'm just saying that I was very surprised that Arc 2 was a thing that people wanted and can't wait to play. So, are you pulling up? Because we're in overtime right now. So
we're in overtime. That's all right. We can't not talk about this, right?
Is this your...
It's like, oh, look how great this looks. Look how great this looks. Look at the abs. What? Like, at that moment, I lost it. I was like... completely uncanny valley. Like, everyone else is like a CG character, and then Vin Diesel is like Vin Diesel. Like, he's no one else but Vin Diesel. Continental Drift. we're gonna drift this tectonic plate. The Chronicles of Joe.
Oh, welcome to the burn unit. Holy cow.
Also, can we talk about the fact that his body does not look like that anymore?
Oh, it's fantasy.
It's like...
Are these orcs?
Orcs, right?
problematic. A lot of problematic stuff going on here.
For a second there, I thought it was like Conan.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, none of this stuff, frame rate wise, bothers me yet because it's all trailers, right?
What am I watching here? Oh, okay. All right. Jurassic Park. Probably your feed looked great on my PS4 Pro. T-Rex races. All right.
He's gonna drift that T-Rex.
Still going? When is this gonna end? Horizon Pitch Black.
Remember, at this point, Horizon Pitch Black. Remember, at this point, we had no idea what this game was. We were like, "What is going on here?"
This guy again?
This trailer is like a minute too long.
What are they showing me? Is this gameplay?
No.
What is the dinosaur? Oh, jeez, you're gonna get eaten. Seriously? There's still more? Oh, the
Terra Nova. Oh, God, yeah, that.
problematic tropes. Oh, it's the new Assassin's Creed.
The Animus?
That's the Animus.
You know, you laugh, but we can only go. We can only set Assassin's Creed in a timeline so many times before we're gonna have to go Dino.
Yeah, it's very soon. Although maybe I lost interest. Wait, the sci-fi didn't twist it up for you, Adam? Is that what we're watching here? Yeah, I'm with you. This trailer is too long. Wait, he talks?
His voice is deep enough that you have to have your bass turned up high enough where you can't.
Oh my gosh. Why is this still going, Joe?
Yeah.
So, have you played Ark?
No.
Oh, all right. So, Ark just seemed like an advanced Minecraft game where you died from eating berries, right? There wasn't.
Was that Ark? Was that?
Yeah.
Ark?
So, like, has anyone played Ark? Okay, so I played not very long enough to make armor and die to a Komodo dragon-esque type creature, and then I was like, I'm not really in the mood to play this. But I've seen people who built forts and they ride dinosaurs eventually.
I don't
right?
know, Dan. I remember it being broken.
Is it broken? I don't even know. Well, I guess there's enough of a fan base to make this game, but this video didn't at all appear to be, unless they're making an action game, maybe. Yeah, Ark is the one where you could poop yourself to death, Dan. That's Stan Camp music. That's exactly right. You can poop yourself in that game because you eat the right people.
I don't understand that word. You just like dehydrate yourself, I guess.
Yeah, you dehydrate yourself. Go All right. On that note, we are sold.
On that note, we are sold. We're
Thank
sold.
you, Go
on day
Astronaut
one.
Go, for
Go ahead
giving
and
us-
pre-order your copy right now. You get a bonus. You get a bonus decal of Vin Diesel.
We're going to form a Mid-Geek Crisis clan. We're all going to ride dinosaurs and poop ourselves to death. That's what
Is it going to be like cult style where we all just like stand in a circle and then?
Yes, that's what we're going to do.
All right, fair. I'm in day one. I've already purchased it. What's going on? Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah,
Thank
make
you,
sure to
everyone.
subscribe, share us.
Share. I'm like 2 away from on Twitch. Go find 2 people and go hit the subscribe button for them.
Drag
Like,
your little
I've
sibling
been
along.
sitting at this number of like 2 away from the amount required for like forever. I'm like, come on.
This close to calling my mom. Please
Yeah,
don't.
like this close to calling my mom. Like, hey, mamá, tienes, pásame tu teléfono.
Hit accept, Mom. Hit accept. So anyway, always fun. Thank you very much. Episode 105. Cyberpunk'd.
105. Thank you. Happy holidays so far. If you're celebrating Hanukkah, I think this is the 5th night of Hanukkah.
Is it the fifth or sixth?
Fifth or sixth night. Six. But yeah, again, another episode in the can. Again.
Thanks, folks. Be kind.
Be kind.
Please be kind.
Be kind. Go tell someone you love them.
Yes.